As I talked about in my previous video, I watched The Color Purple for the first time a few days ago, and I was able to experience the whole movie without seeing any scenes or a trailer beforehand. So everything I saw was raw for the first time. And Rand warned me before I watched it that the film is traumatic and fucked up, but he still didn't even prepare me for the levels of shit that I saw. I don't like seeing violence or any stuff like that. I get enough of it when I study history and warfare. So seeing anybody getting beat up or bruised or being oppressed is not something I like to see, and that shit messes with me a little bit. I just try to keep all that nasty stuff in the realm of history. But I couldn't help but just watch that movie and feel for Celie and her situation. But also at the same time, I didn't like how us black men was portrayed. Because like I said in my last video, every one of us was portrayed as evil, stupid, or just abusive. And if there wasn't just one of those things, there were all of those things. And that was Harpo, that was Albert, that was Albert's father, that was Celie's father, or stepfather. Lauren's character was pretty decent, but even they try to give him shit because he didn't give his life for Sophia when she did that shit with the mayor, which was idiotic in my opinion. But one scene that really stood out to me was this one.
I had to fight my daddy, I had to fight my uncles, I had to fight my brothers. Girl, child ain't safe in the family man.
I don't know, the reason why that scene bothered me so much was because I feel like it's trying to portray all black men as ravenous, evil, perverted devils that you can't trust your daughters around or any female family member around. She literally says a girl isn't safe in the family of men. And I think that shit's pretty messed up, because if a girl isn't safe in the family of men, where is she safe at? Out with strangers who could do all types of stuff to her? Let's not act like men are just devils who can't control their emotions. I know that's what this movie tried to portray, but that's not real life. These men in your family will protect you. They will speak up for you. They will try to do what's best for you. Unless they're evil and fucked up. But that's not the majority of people. And that's not the majority of men either. Women in the world who are strangers too can do evil stuff to you the same way. We know about trafficking. That shit is pervasive. So many times young girls can get entrapped by these older women who claim to be nice and want to look out for them, but they really want to just help them be trafficked through a guy or organization that they work for. If you think I'm lying, look at Jeffrey Epstein and look at his wife. That's with the high elite. So just imagine when it's not just the high elite, it's anybody that can get an easy dollar. These people are middlemen and people on the ground. It's not just men out there that's targeting women, it's also women too. And they use the fact that they know women are more trusted in women than men to get them in these bad situations. And I didn't like how this movie tried to make it seem like men can't be trusted if they're family or not. And I really hated this in this current atmosphere in 2023, where we have all this stuff about protecting women and protecting black women, but we have this movie that apparently women think is true or is real life, and they say that a girl isn't safe in the family of men. Well, who do you want to protect you on these streets? This world isn't safe. This world isn't fair. It is dangerous. You want a stranger, a man that you don't even know, to put their life on the line for you? That sounds ridiculous to me. I understand protecting a woman that is yours, like your wife, your girlfriend, your mother, your sister, but some random girl on the street, I don't believe you should just put your life on the line for her unless there's a clear, decisive reason for that. And that's a choice that you want to make because you want to do that, not because you feel pressure because of society and they feel like you're not a real man because you don't put your life on the line for a stranger, regardless if she a man or a woman. I think it's bullshit. Men aren't born on this world just to give our lives away for women we don't know or care about. I think that's stupid, to be honest. We are more on this world just to be a bullet shield. And this movie tried to make it seem like we can't even be a bullet shield. We can't even do that. We can only fucking beat you, or, you know the word, like force ourselves on top of you. I can't say the word itself because you know how YouTube is. But I just really hated how this movie portrayed us. And this scene where she said a girl isn't safe in a family of men, I don't know, really exemplifies my hatred of this movie. Because not all men are like this. And her experience in this movie isn't as pervasive as the author, or a woman who loved this movie so much try to make it seem. I think it's crazy as hell how this author of this book, Alice Walker, is a black feminist who married a white man. But then in the movie, they want to put an emphasis in the camera shot on Albert having like naked pictures of white women hidden amongst the letters that Celie got from her sister. Like, trust me, Steven Spielberg don't do this shit on accident. Alice Walker didn't do this shit on accident. They wanted to put out a dumbass message, and they did it. And women eat that shit up. And you think I'm lying? Look at what they say nowadays about black men who date white women. They call them sellouts. They talk shit on them. They call them Uncle Tom regardless of their achievements and what they do for the black community. If you think I'm lying, look at Donald Glover, who made Atlanta, and look at Jordan Peele, who came out with all these movies. That is vast majority casted by black people. They'll still talk shit about him because he was with, not even was, he's married to a white woman. As if these women aren't looking at white men themselves. We see black women give a white men and these women praise it, but they talk shit on black men who do the same. Bullshit like that is still apparent, and it was, I wouldn't say it was first introduced in this movie, but the fact that so many women love this movie so much, and then some women even say that they watch this shit once a year, I think it's fucking pathetic. Like, I think it's funny as hell too that when Hollywood decides to market a film to men, they don't do it through messed up like means. They don't do it through like a traumatic film unless it's innately part of the subject matter. Like a war film. Of course you're going to see guys die. Of course you're going to see men die. And you're going to think that could be me. Or for another timeline that is me. But you still enjoy it for what it is. The whole point isn't to make you hate the big man or anything like that. It's just to provide entertainment for you. But in movies like this, and movies like Tyler Perry make, their main attraction is black woman trauma, and these black men did this, and usually some other guy comes in and swoops in and saves them. We talk so much about how the media portray us black men within our own communities, but then within our own communities, we quit to demonize each other. I think it's really funny when you think about it. And in my opinion, I feel like if women was to come out and hate a movie that was the equivalent of this made by black men, I wouldn't blame them, because it's ridiculous. If you was to have a movie with black women that just all nagging and loud and ghetto, and they have no respect for you, and they have multiple kids, you know, just checking all the fucking stereotypes and shit, all the negative stereotypes, black women would hate it. And I wouldn't blame them for hating it, because this is BS what you're portraying. Not every black woman is like that. And of course, not every black woman fucking love this movie and hold it up like some type of gospel or something like that. But of course, not everybody acts in the same way. Men don't make films talking about their mothers who did stuff to them. We just don't do that. We just take that shit on the chin and we try to do the best with our lives. Because what else can we do? We can't change what already happened. We can only fix ourselves and try to make sure the next generation doesn't experience it. And I feel like that's what we need to focus on, instead of making a damn remake of this movie in 2023. Yes, apparently they're making The Color Purple remake for 2023. That's supposed to come out December 20th, I think. I don't know. I looked it up on Saturday, but today's Wednesday. So my memory could be a little bit messed up. But from my memory, they're coming out with a remake late this year. I don't understand why. I don't understand why we need to remake a black trauma film. I don't understand how this movie is part of our culture. This is nothing positive. This is nothing good. The majority of people don't act like this, and we need to not push this shit and make it seem like it does. I don't understand why we say we care about our image and Black Lives Matter, and these black women want to march for us in the streets but quit to support films like this. That's hilarious. You quick to say the police does this, that, and the other to black men, but then you want to do this, that, and the other to black men. And with our image and how people see us as ravenous, beating, assaulting, uncontrollable beasts. Some of the same stuff that white people used to say about us in the 1900s and before then. The same people that talk about racism all the time when they do some of the same talking lines that those white people use to us against the same black men you care to love or claim to love, that you want to protect and die for you. Sounds ridiculous to me. And like I said at the jump, black men, do not die or put your life on the line for these type of women. Well, don't put your life on the line for any random woman if it's not a good reason to. But definitely not for any woman that talk this shit and say this shit is real life. This scene is cancerous. It's your boy Logos, and I'll see y'all next time. I won't see you. I'll speak to you. Fuck it.